to TWF NXT. I am Gorilla Monsoon, here with Samoeus and with the Jackal. And today on NXT, we're going to have Wonder Woman, the TWF Pennsylvania Right Fighter, here today on NXT. And we wonder what she's going to say or do. Well, that's right, Samoeus says. We do got Wonder Woman here today on NXT. And yes, some folks do wonder what she's going to say and what she's going to do. Will she put her TWF Pennsylvania Right winnings on stake? Or will she not? We don't know. Fuck. We don't know. Your guess is good as mine. What she's gonna do. Well, here comes Wonder Woman coming to the ring now. Alright, Wonder Woman says, I am the TWF Pennsylvania Right Fighter. And for many months, well, I don't know how many months, I have been the Pennsylvania Right Fighter. Now I know the TWF, the things that are said and done is no big deal. We don't really get good watch time or looking. I know the rest of YouTube probably sees us as a boring toy wrestling business. But oh well, you can't make everyone happy. And a lot of folks didn't like my films that came out, but there's not really much I can do about it. But did they guilt the show running? Did they guilt the overseeing or the booking and writing? No, they just guilt what, I don't know. So anyway, at the end of the day, I'm going to put my TWF Pennsylvania Right winnings on stake. And we'll see what happens. And some lucky man or lucky woman, which the TWF doesn't really care which, is going to wrestle me here today. Well, we'll have to see. Gorilla Monsoon said who takes Wonder Woman up on her open dare, and it's Brock Lesnar, or at least the offshoot of Brock Lesnar since he's been in WWE for his 2-diff run. Hey, Wonder Woman, how's everything? Brock Lesnar says. I know you can't stand up in the ring. Well, Brock, thank you. Everything's doing well. I heard you had an open dare for the TWF Pennsylvania Right winnings. Now, I know that when I lived in the 4-1 Reichs, which I guess I still live in, some folks say I live in the settled land now. I grew up in the Reich of Minnesota. Now, a lot of folks might think a lot of things about Minnesota Reich. They might think, well, it's cold half of the year. It's warm the other half of the year. At least some folks don't call Minnesota the mistake on the lake like they call Michigan Reich. But anyway, and you are Pennsylvania Right Fighter. Mean you are the fighter for the Pennsylvania Reich, which was one of the first of the many English settlings when the 4-1 Reichs were the 4-1 settlings. Well, I don't mean to go for a whole yesteryear and anything, but Wonder Woman, I did see all your films. The first film, first you showed up on Batman Fights Superman. Then you showed up in your first 2 films. Then you showed up again in the Kazam film, at least a 2-diff film. And everyone always gives your show player shit for how she plays her. Oh, they don't go around and guilt the showrunner, the film runner, I guess, the overseer. They don't guilt the bookers or writers. Just guilt the show player. But when it's wrestling, can't guilt the wrestler. Gotta guilt the booking, gotta guilt the booker, the writer, gotta guilt the showrunner. Guilt everybody else. Behave as everything shifted when it never shifted. Well, Brock, I guess that is true. I guess some folks think that things shift But then the truth was, the only things that shifted in WWE for those 4 months was the leadership. Yeah, it was Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, and Hunter S. Helmsley for about 4 months or so. Then it was Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, for about 3 months or 4 months or so. And then it became the Patrick Walter, or Ariel Adol, Mark Sapero team. Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, Hunter Hearst Helmsley team. But yeah, anyway, I don't care. Folks want to bitch about WWE being bad again. Hey, it was probably always that way. They just didn't want to see it. Beyond getting your ring name shifted or getting your full ring name back and your new song being hired back, that's the only things that really shifted. The booking and writing kept the same. Just like in the TWF, Brock. I'm still Good Doer, Wonder Woman, everybody loves and hates, and you're still a shithead bully. What'd you call me a shithead bully for? Because that's what you are, Brock. They haven't shifted you that much. You're still the same way. But I'll give it to you, Brock Lesnar. You'll get your match for the TWF heavyweight winning, for the Pennsylvania Reich winnings. No, I shift my mind. Oh, Brock Lesnar's got Wonder Woman. He's got Diana Kingling, or Diana Aldelegion. He's beating the shit out of her. Gorilla Monsoon said, well, Samoa said, Brock Lesnar hasn't shifted. He's been the same bully, heel creep he's always been. But folks are going to behave as if it was a new thing, Samoa says. The Jackal says, Brock Lesnar being that bully, heel, and a creep, beating up folks for no sake, ground, or why, that's always been the way he's been booked. But I like it, the Jackal says. I like it, Osiris says. Yeah, rip that thing off of her head anyway. Yeah, tear that one thing off her head anyway. Liked, over Good Doer. This is not right. Hey! Yeah, gotta make the show entertaining, Brock Lesnar says. Right? Now we get the first Fight Lord to come in and help break it up. We're going to get the Tudas Fight Lord to come in and break it up now. Now we're going to get Astronomer to come in here and hopefully hope to break this up. Here with the Stronghold Keeper, whoever his name is, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, Samoa said, I guess Wonder Woman didn't have to go and call him the creep, bully, and ill, but hey, he didn't shift that much. And now the Stronghold has come in. And Brock Lesnar's had enough. He's left. Well, I do know Gorilla Monsoon says that we could have had Street Follower Heracles or Street Follower Buffy Summers could have come out to help, along with Street Follower, Angel, and Street Follower Ernest Beware could have came out and made it a little unlike. But mostly at the end of the day, it would have been about the same. Gorilla Monsoon said, at the end of the day, now we got Ernest P. Royal out there to stop, hopefully stop the fighting from happening. See if Wonder Woman's alright, Gorilla Monsoon said. There was no ground sake or why for that behavior, Gorilla Monsoon says. No, there was not, Samoa says. Brock Lesnar has always been that way. He's never really shifted that much. He's always been that bully, heel, and creep that he's always been. And now everybody else has now come in now, to hopefully, stop this from happening. And hopefully we'll see if Wonder Woman is alright now. We gotta get Wonder Woman out of the ring now. And now Ernest P. Royal and Jamie Noble, along with Astronomer and the other two Fight Lords, now gotta help Wonder Woman get her out of the ring. Well, Was Brock Lesnar right when he said we have to make the show Glee? Or was Brock Lesnar just making fun of everyone who bitches about, that bitch about films and shows and plays not being up to their standard, then behaving as if they were big and behaving as if they got, or behaving as if they shifted when they never really shifted that much? Or is this being a bully on a creep, Gorilla Monsoon says? Well, I guess at the end of the day, Samoa said, we'll never truly know. I think he's being a bully on the creep because at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar just does whatever the fuck he wants to do. And I don't think it has anything to do with anyone else. Well, the Jackal said, I can tell you one thing. Paulie Dangerously would be happy at Brock Lesnar. Even though most of the time he spends most of his time being the overseer to Roman Reigns. Well, I think they may have fired James and Jason Uso, or the brothers. But I like him, the Jackal says. I like Brock Lesnar. I think he's cool. Yeah, you would, Gorilla Monsoon said. You would like Brock Lesnar. He's a bully in the heel and a creep. Gorilla Monsoon said, give me a break. Yeah, Samoa said, give me a break. I think Tony Schiavone is now going to be talking with Brock Lesnar. Alright, Brock Lesnar, you beat up Wonder Woman here today on NXT. Well, I beat up Wonder Woman because I wanted to beat her up. It's in the booking. It's in the writing, Tony Schiavone. It didn't shift that much. Folks are going to guilt it on Xena. They're not going to guilt it on Hunter Hearst Helmsley or Godzilla or Brother Love. So you're just doing this? The grounds Wonder Woman called me a bully in a hill and a creep. So that's why you beat her up? That's why I beat her up. I have been in WWE for many years. UFC for some years. NFL for not even a full year. OVW, WWE, NJPW. I've always been the way I've been. There's really not been a much shift about me. So, in other words, no match here today, just a beatdown. Yeah, Tony Schiavone, you gotta make folks happy. You beat the shit out of someone and they don't like it. But then again, I've been beating the shit out of folks for years. So fuck Wonder Woman. Well, Brock Lesnar apparently is, being a bully and a heel and a creep. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Brock Lesnar here today on NXT. And before we go here today on NXT, I understand. You beat me up, huh? Wonder Woman says. Off shooting from Cody Rhodes? Is that what it was? I saw what you did to him yesterday, you weakling. Angry that you lost to Roman Reigns a year ago? You lost to Kinley Loudness and he did? So you did that shit to him? Come on, Brock Lesnar. I want to have a match with you. I want to have a fight with you. I don't care if it's WWE way, UFC way, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Fuck you, Brock Lesnar. I'm going to get even with you. Well, it looks like it is all the time we got here for TWF NXT. I am Gorilla Monsoon for the Jackal, and I'm Gorilla Monsoon for Samoas and the Jackal. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Might.